Hello again guys, welcome to video number 4 in this series where we are coding Android application that has a PHP MySQL server. Up until video number 3 we completed our sign up and login process. Now in this video what we're going to do is we are going to upload an image from our Android application to our server and also save the URL of that image in our database. So at first we need to open our PHP MyAdmin and then go to our database and create a new table here. Our table name is going to be image and our fields are going to be an ID with a primary index and also an auto increment. The second parameter is going to be a name. This is going to be a varchar, length can be 50, and the third parameter is going to be URL, again a varchar, and the length can go up to 100. Alright, click save. So we have two tables in our database. The newly created table will contain our image name and the URL of that image, the location where it is hosted in our server. Alright, so now go to our web directory for our application, which is tutorial scripts directory. Alright, so we need to create a new file here, again a PHP file, name it upload.php and open with Sublime Text. So we have these PHP codes. Again, these parameters are our login parameters for our PHP MyAdmin. This is our host name and this is our database name. Alright, so we open a connection to this to our database using these parameters, and if it is successful we are going to insert two parameters in our newly created table and then see if those parameters are successfully inserted or not. So if you need to change anything, in your PHP scripts, look for these 4 parameters here. Alright, and then look for these queries here, and then these keys will be used in our get params method in volley. So these 2 parameters are the fields of this newly created table. Alright, so before uploading, look for this. And also we have a upload path here, which points to this folder slash and then file name.jpg. So what we need to do is we need to create a new folder here, name it uploads. We have used here uploads, right? Okay, name it uploads. So we are done with the PHP. Again, you will have the download link to this PHP file, don't worry about that. So what you need to do now is you need to open your Android Studio. Up until the last video, what we had done is we had successfully logged in and shown the confirmation using this toast. So now remove this toast and then start a new activity here, new intent. The class name is main activity like this, and then we are going to go into dashboard activity.class. Right, so create this class and then change it into an activity class. Sorry, not this. Okay, dashboard layout. I've already created this layout here. You need to go ahead and create this layout and then write these codes in your layout file. We only have 2 buttons here. Okay, so go back in your class, Java class, and then have some work done for those layout components. Upload button, choose. So I'm going to do something here. I'm going to check my runtime permission. Right, we need this in case of our, if you are using a phone which is in API 23 or above. So I'm going to create this function here and then fill in these codes. So let me remove that. Import text compat, import manifest, import package manager. This is for a runtime permission, alright. So we need to create a field, storage code equals to 123, any random number. We also need on request permission method, and fill this with these codes. Right, so here I'm displaying a simple toast to see if the permission was granted or not. Now what we need to do is we have these 2 buttons. Upload is a button, id dot upload bn, and then we have a choose button, which is also a button. So please click in these 2 buttons. Right, and then in choose button. Now we are going to first choose a photo file and then bring it to our Android application, and finally upload it using volley and the URL we just created. Sorry, the PHP file we just created. Alright, I think I did something wrong here. These were the 2 buttons, upload and view. Okay, I made a mess of it. Click view here. We have upload btn and view btn as their ID. So this changes to upload btn, and then this changes to view btn, and also this changes to view. Alright, so what we're going to do is, in case of upload, also change this to view. We're not going to do anything on view in this video. In case of upload, again start a new activity. Dashboard activity dot this, and then create a new activity called upload activity dot class. Again, create class upload activity. Now public class upload activity extends activity. We need an onCreate function here. Also we need a set content view r dot layout dot upload layout. Alright, I have already created this layout. What you need to do is you need to go ahead and create this layout and insert these components in this layout. I'm going to stop the video for some time so that you can see what you need to insert there. Okay, I'll go back to upload activity. Now we have an image view here. Let's name it img. Also, we have an edit text. Let's give it name. We have two buttons, choose and upload. Also, we need this image request because we are going to do start activity for a result here. So image request equals to a random value 1, a bitmap for getting the data from on activity result, a request queue for sending our parameters to server using volley, and a string URL, right? String URL. This is going to be http colon backslash 192.168.100.5. Again, this IP address may be different from yours, so if you are confused which IP address should you use, open command prompt, check open command prompt, check ipconfig, and then look for this IPv4 address. Alright, so 100.5, and then my folder name is tutorial scripts, and there is a file called upload.php. So this is done. Now we need to initiate these objects. Load equals to button. Again, I'm confused about the ID. Choose bn and upload bn, name and image view. Choose bn. So we're going to place clicks in these two buttons, upload and choose. So what we're going to do is we are going to first choose a file and bring it to our Android application, and then finally upload it. All right, so what you need to do here is you need to start an intent. Intent I equals to new intent. I dot set type. We are going to bring in image with any extension. Also I dot set action get underscore action underscore get underscore content. Now start activity I and our request code. Sorry, that was image request. This is an image. Okay, sorry for the statement. What we need to do is we need to start activity for result, and I and then image request are going to be the two parameters inside it. So once we set an intent, it is going to go into our downloads folder or our recents folder, and then we can choose a file from there. So when we come back, we need to know when we are back in the application and what to do when we are back here. Alright, so go ahead and implement on activity result, override this function. Now we're going to check if the request code is our image request as we assigned, and the result code is result underscore okay, and if there is data or not while coming back here. So if everything's correct, we need to create a URI. Let's name it URI equals to data dot get data. Now follow my steps here. Bitmap equals to media store dot images dot media dot get bitmap. We need two parameters here. We need a content resolver. We haven't declared anything, so we're going to use get content resolver, and the second parameter is going to be our URI. Okay, we need to include this inside try catch. That's done too. Now image view dot set image bitmap. We're going to place bitmap here. Bitmap. Also image dot set visibility. We're going to make it visible, and then name dot set visibility. We're going to make this visible too. Okay. Now what you need to do is you need to create a new method here, private void string. Let's name it image to string and assign it the parameter bitmap. What we're going to do here is we are taking image files of any parameter here. I mean, so we are taking PNG files, JPG files, or JPEG files. What we are going to do in this function is we are going to drag that photo file here and then change its extension to JPG or JPEG. All right, and also so bring out the string path of those files, of the file that we just brought down. So go ahead and define a byte array output stream. Let's give it byte array output stream equals to new byte array output stream bitmap dot compress. The compression format will be JPEG, quality will be 100%, and the third parameter is going to be byte array output stream. Now create a byte array here, name it image bytes equals to byte array output stream dot to byte array, and then return base 64 dot encode to string, and we have image bytes and then a flag known as base 64 dot default. Okay, now what we are doing is we are going to go into upload button. Also, we forgot to initialize our request queue here. Request queue equals to volley dot new request queue. This is upload activity dot this. Okay, now you need to define a string request. String request equals to new string request. There are going to be some parameters. The first parameter is going to be method dot post. Second parameter URL. Third parameter is our response listener, and our fourth parameter is error listener. Also, we need a function here known as getParams to bind our values. GetParams, right? So what we need to do here is we need to create a map type variable which has a string and name it params equals to new hash map. So insert these values here. Params dot put. We are first going to insert name. This name is the key that we have also used in our PHP file, so be careful about that. And the name is going to be our inserted name from our app. Again, params.put, and then we are going to put in URL. So the URL is going to be http colon backslash 192.168.100.5 slash tutorial scripts slash, and then the location is uploads slash. Now we need to concatenate our name dot get text type to string here, our file name, and again we don't get .jpeg or .jpg from name here, so we are going to insert it or concatenate it in our code itself, .jpg. Now at last we need to insert our image. Params dot put, this is image, and the parameter is going to come from image.toString function which we just worked in a few moments ago from this function. Now what we need to do is we need to return these params here. Again, these three parameters are also used in our PHP file here. These three parameters are also used in our PHP file here, alright? Image, name, and then URL. So you need to be careful about this. You can't make any mistakes here. Now what we need to do is we need to check our response. What do we get if the image insertion is successful? So again, in our PHP, if the image is successfully uploaded, we get this response. Alright, so we can check our response here. This comes in the form of object. JSON object equals to new JSON object response. Again, surround it with try catch. Now JSON object or string response resp equals to JSON object dot get string, and the key is response. You can also see it from the browser opening this file, or you can see it in PHP. Okay, the key is in fact response. Now what we're going to do is we're showing a simple toast showing our response there. Alright, now our code is almost done. Okay, we need to connect these request queue and string request So request queue dot add string request. So we still have an error. Okay, we missed a semicolon here. Okay, now you need to open your Android manifest file and then add the read external storage content there. All right, we are giving this in static form and also checking it in runtime permission. Okay, I think you can run this application now and then see if this code works or not. Okay, we have our app up and running. We're going to log in using test and test that we created in the previous video. Login. Okay, there are some activities left to be defined here. So the first activity is going to be our dashboard activity and also upload activity. Run it again. So this is going to be a test. This is also going to be a test, and then the login is successful. Now we need to upload. Click on upload and then choose image. See, it's going to open our file explorer, and then we can select an image here, any image, and then give it a name as my first uploaded image. Okay, this is quite long, but it's okay. Now click on upload. Okay, the image is uploaded successfully. The tool shows that. Now let's see in our folder if we have an image there. Yes, we do. We do have an image, and then we need to check our PHP myadmin here too and see whether we have our URL or not. And yes, as you can see, you have an image name and also a URL that if you open in a browser directly, it should open your file. Okay, something's missing here. Let me check it once more. The file name is JPG and my inserted code in upload activity is JPG. Okay, I made a mistake here. This should be JPG. Let me now run it again and do it again. Okay, I'm going to click on choose image, another image, and click on upload. So we have our second data. We have our second data. So let's open this. Again, we are getting .jpg format here. I'm not sure if this is right. Did I give a name here? No. Okay, let me check this out. Okay, the simple error was after changing this code, I did not run my application again, so it didn't work. So I'm running it now. Okay, log in once again using test. Click on upload, click on choose image, and then bring this image. Also, we have not uploaded this yet, so name it as my new image. All right, and then click on upload. So the upload is successful. Let's see in our folder. Yes, the upload is successful here, and let's see in our PHP, in our database there. Yes, we have a third value. Let me check if this URL is correct or not. And yes, our photo is loaded successfully. So we have successfully uploaded our image from our phone to our local servers folder, and then also successfully inserted the name and the URL for that hosted file there. Now in the coming video, what we're going to do is we are going to grab all these URL from this database, and then we are going to load this photo in our Android application with the help of these URLs. Okay, thank you for this. Thank you for staying with me in this video. See you in another video. Thank you.